Mikey T, baby. Mike Sportsbook, Michigan's premier sports betting hotline with tips, analysis, and predictions, people. If you're new to the station, please like and subscribe. You don't want to miss this. Get into this, look to the description, get into the Discord, visit the community lounge, get over to the parlor where I sell them 5-star locks that have been on fire, people. The last 5-star locks have been ringing them up and laying them down. Mikey T just bets on games and wins. Mikey T will bet on games and lose. And as I've reminded you several times before, when those winning streaks meet the losing streaks, it's chaotic. Total chaos. Winners never quit and quitters never win. They don't have time out east. They're not interested out west. They're up in the woods up north, and they're down on the beaches in the south. That's why it falls right in Mikey T's lap in Michigan, the Great Lakes state. We're protected by Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. Every day, every season, every year, Mikey T in the sports book coming to you live, bringing you winners on a daily. Let's just recap what's been happening. College football kicked off on Saturday. We had a 5-star lock in the parlor, and it come through. Kansas State, Iowa State, under 51.5. Iowa State gets the win, 24-21. Ring that one up. The next day on Sunday, we go with the Orioles over Houston. Baltimore gets the job done, 3-2. Another winner, laying it down, people. Oh, I don't know. And then we went Sunday night, late night action with Mikey T. Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees in the Bronx. We went over 8.5 runs. And the Yankees get it done 7-2. It's a winner. That was 3 in a row. And then we head to, that was Sunday. Then now Monday, we hit the 5-star lock again. We had Toronto Blue Jays taking care of the Minnesota Twins. That was a blowout. Minnesota didn't have an answer for the Blue Jays. So we ring that one up. And then what happens late night with Mikey T? We've got the Dodgers over the Reds, 7-0. We've hit the last 5 games in a row. We talk about the games before we bet the games. I go over my review, sticking with my Tigers, my Yankees, my Blue Jays, my Astros, my Phillies, my Brewers, my Dodgers, and then my stronger confidence picks I finger as a 5-star lock based on my confidence level. My confidence level has been right there at the top, hitting upwards of 65%. I study. I know my material. I don't change my mind. And I don't change my bet. And I don't listen to outside influences trying to disturb me. I'm staying focused. I study my material again. I maintain the bankroll. Without a bankroll, we're out of business. You can't live above your means. You can't gamble above your means. You just stay focused. You have that filter. You stick to your systems. Mikey T, baseball system, the MLB baseball system, is the home team will not be getting swept 80% of the time. And through the season, that system has been money. It happened again on Sunday. 3 games, 3 teams were facing being swept. Miami Marlins was on the verge of being swept by the Blue Jays, and they won 5-3. They did not get swept. The Yankees, they were on the verge of being swept by Boston. They win 7-2. They don't get swept. The Orioles were facing a sweep from Houston at Camden Yards, and they prevail 3-2. They don't get swept. That home team not getting swept 80% of the time has been nothing but solid cashola to put in your pocket and have a smile on your face. The home team has been right on. Nothing lasts forever. Those pitching matchups, you've got to know your material. Also, the Pythagorean theory. It's mathematical statistics. Nothing lasts forever. You don't just keep losing. And you don't just keep winning. And when those streaks meet, it gets pretty chaotic. And it proves to be true this past weekend again, as Mikey T has been on fire. The sports book has been on fire. Sports betting across the country has Michigan leading the country in online gambling and online gaming. And Mikey T is here to pick the chips up. We lay them down and we fire back. Scared money's not going to win. And if you shouldn't have scared money if you've studied and you know your material. If you're focused on what is at hand, it's about winning. Whatever it takes to get the win. As I said, you've got to know your material. Sports betting is $1 billion a year industry. And Michigan's leading the country in online gambling. It just makes sense for you, them, me, and I to get a bit of it, to get a little bit of it. Stay focused every season, every year, and we put money in our pocket. College football this weekend's juicy. Got a lot of games. Those matchups, those conferences. The Mid-America Conference going up against the Big Ten Conference this weekend. There's some juicy games. There's going to be a juicy game at the Horseshoe this weekend, people, in Ohio. The Texas Longhorns coming up to play Ohio State. Right off rip. Championship issues at hand this weekend. As we approach October, you've got your favorite teams, you've got your systems. I've had people call in, text in, write in. Hey, what's some good prop bets? Who's some good home run hitters? Well, you get them juicy odds when you go to the second basemans. Find out the second basemans of whatever team you want to check out and throw a couple chips on the second basemans to go yard. Watch and see. It develops into something beautiful because when second basemen hit home runs, they've got juicy odds. They've been overlooked. Second basemen compared to power hitters and first basemen and center fielders and the DH. It seems like the second baseman position has taken a back seat. But as you know, as a baseball fan, anybody on the team can hit a home run. But the probability is more apt to be with the power hitters, the center fielders, the left fielders, the right fielders, the first basemen, the designated hitter. And then when I can sneak a little second baseman up to the plate with some juicy odds to go yard, it might be worth it. You just stay focused, know your material, have notes so that you can refer back to your notes. Who played who who pitched against who, which team gives up the most home runs, which stadium gives up the most home runs, who's hot and who's not, trends, following those trends, head-to-head matchups, coaching changes, player portals. You need to know your information, because this season for college football, it's really, really changed around. There's some new rules. There's some new issues. There's some different faces in town. Mikey T studies, and I know all of those things. Those things are part of my tools that I keep in my toolbox. So when I'm studying and I need to find an edge, a trend, something that sticks out, I find it. These first couple weeks of college football, the lines are off. The wrong team has been favored in a couple situations already. When they have those big spreads, beware. When they have those long, large totals, beware. There's tidbits to pick up to carry from season to season. And Mikey T, for betting sports, these totals in football, college football specifically, when those totals are upwards of 60. Now think about it. A touchdown is 6 and an extra point makes it 7. So 7 touchdowns and 7 is 49. Still 8 touchdowns is 56. 9 touchdowns would be 63. So we'll work off of that 63. Each quarter's 15 minutes. Basically, for as many football games as I've watched, those teams have to go up and down very quickly and score touchdowns to hit upwards of them 60-some points. There's got to be some turnovers, and they have to capitalize on them turnovers. See, it's mathematical. You get inside 2 minutes and one team's going to run the clock out. You get inside 2 minutes and a team doesn't have timeouts, it's going to go real quick. At the beginning of the games, if we can get and eat 5 or 6 minutes up on each possession with no score, that's right where we want to be. We want field goals instead of points, as in touchdowns. So, ball control, defense control, offensive potential, offensive struggles. Who struggles offensively? Who struggles defensively? Who's prolific on offense? And who's stifling on defense? Stifling defenses will make totals low. Fast-paced, prolific offenses will make totals high. Some teams run the ball and play slow. Some teams run the ball and play very quick. Some teams play very fast, whether they're running or passing. And some teams play very slow. They'll run that clock down right to the end of the play clock before they snap the ball. Look at those coaches that are known for running the ball. Look at those coaches that are known for passing the ball. Look at those players on the teams. What positions are rookies? What positions are seniors? All that plays into the action of running totals. Seniors tend to play a little bit more stricter, where the younger players tend to play a little bit more free and wild. Can't bet every game. Not going to win every game. Not going to lose every game. We just dot our I's, cross our T's, and fire away. Scared money won't win. So your confidence level needs to be there. You pick it up, you lay it down, you get to the parlor, you pay for that 5-star lock, and you watch Mikey T explode with confidence. We have winners here at the Sportsbook. Michigan, that's his. Michigan's premier sports betting hotline with Mikey T. I'm Mikey T. What's Mikey T do that other people don't do? Mikey T doesn't change his mind. Mikey T doesn't listen to outside disturbances. Mikey T maintains a bankroll. Mikey T is responsible. Mikey T may act a little quirky, a little fishy, a little jokingly, but we dot our I's, we cross our T's, and we bring it to you full circle as in a bullseye. Bullseye, baby. Winners. Ring it up and lay it down. Mikey T at the Sportsbook. Every day, every season, every year. We've got winners, people. We talk about the games. The games come, the games go, and then we reflect. We either have winners or we have losers. And Mikey T is upwards of 65% winners. It's a fact. I've charted my games. I've charted my seasons. I've won my Super Bowls. I've won my NBA championships. I've won my college football championships. I've won my NCAA championships. I've won my quinellas, my perfectas, my trifectas, my superfectas in horse racing. I've had my pick threes. I've hit the Kentucky Derby. I've hit the Preakness. I've hit the Belmont. I've had boxing winners. I've had UFC winners. I've had the golf. I've won with Scheffler. I've won with Rory McIlroy. I've won with Brooks Koepka. Tigers, Yankees, Brewers, Phillies, winners. End of August, approaching September. Sports betting's $1 billion a year industry. Every season, every year. Mikey T at the Sportsbook. We travel in and out of the Sportsbook, in and out of the city, indoors, outdoors, getting ready to get to the big house. Michigan's going to entertain New Mexico this weekend, people. Double-digit dog. Who cares? Monday Night Football for NFL. Home team. Stick with the home team. You getting in any survivor picks? There's strategies for those survivor picks. Pick, win, and move forward. Pick, lose, and be eliminated. You got to know your material. You got to study. You can't change your bet. Don't change your mind. Tune in to Mikey T at the Sportsbook every day, every season, and every year. And we've got winners. We talk about the daily sporting issues of the day. They don't talk about that in New York. Some things they don't want you to know. As the world is ran, so is the sports betting world by liars, cheaters, and thieves. It's at the end of the day, it's at the dead end, and we're going right off the cliff, or you're going left up into the win column. What side of the cheat are you going to be on? It's going to be based on the information that you have. The more information, the better the results. Mikey T at the Sportsbook. We're always with you. Tune in or tune out. Hate or follow. Fade or like. You guys have a good day, and we'll be in touch real soon with more winners. Tuesday night slate, we've got games. Do you?